Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com, and you can't buy this yet, which is why I'm making a video of it so you can check it out, right? That's how it works. You know, we get the phones, we check them out for you, we unbox them, we show them to you on video, and you can decide, is this worth, something I want to look into or not? In this case, it's the T-Mobile Dash 3G, and I guess if you're watching this video after July 8th, you can buy this phone. But I'm filming this video before July 8th, so you can't. It's going to be available, or I'm sorry, according to the press release, the T-Mobile Dash 3G is anticipated to be available on July 8th. So, not quite 100% there, but anticipated to be available on July 8th. $169.99 with a 2-year contract and qualifying data plan at select T-Mobile retail stores and online. So there you go, $170 with a 2-year plan. It's the Dash 3G. The Dash was a very popular, thin smartphone, full QWERTY, thin candy bar smartphone, and the folks from HTC were telling me that they've been hearing from a bunch of bloggers, amongst other people, who were like, whatever happened to your phones like the Dash, the thin Windows Mobile with the full QWERTY, the nice thin candy bar, you can slip it in the pocket, kind of like a BlackBerry form factor kind of thing. And they took that feedback, and the bloggers, we all get our feedback from you all, so you have a voice, really, you do. Even in the consumer electronics world, or maybe only in the consumer electronics world, I don't know. But the voices were heard, and they made the Dash 3G. This is the T-Mobile version. The Snap was the HTC, what they first showed it off as, and it's called the Snap on Sprint. It's going to be called the Ozone on Verizon. This is the Dash 3G. Here's the phone. There's a little thing telling you to enjoy. Inside the box, you get the phone. We'll talk about that in a second. You also get this piece of cardboard with a number printed on it. You also get it's funny because I'm looking at this number and I'm thinking like somebody, could start some kind of weird, goofy, one of those YouTube things in the comments where, people are like, oh, if you say this 9 times fast while you're holding your nose, then good fortune will come to you, or whatever. Anyway, you get the power supply, USB based. So you've got the HTC USB connector there, and then USB on the other end. So here's your data cable, and then also a power supply. And it's the nifty kind of power supply where if you're traveling around, you can just take this off and snap on the adapter that'll work in wherever you happen to be traveling to. Also in the box, an audio dongle, USB to either USB or 2.5 or 3.5 millimeter, with a USB on the end so you can charge, and a stereo headset, a little inline microphone, a little shirt clip, and your earbuds, and a carry case, and a Ziploc bag. So after you take the carry case out, you can use the Ziploc bag. It's actually 2 carry cases, because you can put the phone in the carry case, or you can put the phone in the Ziploc bag. And actually, see, it says right there, carrying case. So you can rock it either way. I know there are going to be people in the comments who are going to be like, dude, you're not funny. Your jokes are tiresome. Just show us the phones. Well, you know what? I got to be me. What can I tell you? And then you get a whole bunch of paraphernalia, manuals, your limited warranty and return policy, your instructions and applications, which includes a 60-day trial of Microsoft Office Outlook 2007, which is nice because it's 2009 now, and a prepaid envelope to recycle your old phone, your old device, which is very important. Don't throw your old phones away. If you know somebody who can use it, great. If not, recycle it. Send it back. If you don't have one of these mailers, contact any of the big companies, the big carriers. They'll send you one. It's important. Alright, here's the phone itself, and while this is booting up, I will show you the HTC Snap for Sprint version of this phone, more or less, and you can see some of the differences here. The big difference right off the bat is that the trackball, you've got the trackball on the Dash, which I've not used the Dash yet, but I'm generally a fan of trackballs on smartphones, and then you've got a D-pad on the Snap. The button layout's different. The QWERTY board, the the T-Mobile, the Dash 3D looks to be a little tiny bit larger, a little bit taller than the HTC, the Sprint Snap, but also thinner, which GSM phones tend to be a little bit thinner than CDMA phones. But you've got the trackball instead of the D-pad. You've got your layout; it's a little bit different. You've got your your Windows Mobile, your smart keys, or your shortcut keys and soft keys in a horizontal line as opposed to in the kind of grid array here. And then the QWERTY board itself is larger on the T-Mobile version. That was one of the things about the Sprint version. When I unbox it, I kind of noticed, and as I've been testing it, the keyboard definitely a little bit cramped here. Looks like the T-Mobile version, the Dash 3G, a little bit bigger. The T-Mobile version does not have the HTC Inner Circle feature, which is kind of cool. It lets you filter your email out so you see when you get emails from your 5 favorite contacts, they kind of show up right away. You don't get that, but you do get, what do you get? You get My Faves, of course, because it's a T-Mobile phone. You get Windows Mobile 6.1 standard. Here's your My Faves, your little special My Faves interface there. It is not a touchscreen. It is a non-touch screen. That's why it's Windows Mobile 6.1 standard. You get a 2 megapixel camera with digital zoom and video capture. You get, we'll show you the phone first here on the rocker switch on the left panel, your 2 megapixel camera on the back. On the right, you have a capped port, your USB, your special HTC proprietary USB port there. And, whoa, and now I've broken the phone. And that's pretty much it as far as buttons go, except for the front panel, of course. Microsoft Voice Command, GPS, micro SD expansion slot, I assume is underneath the cover, because I can't find it. Making all kinds of noises. Hey, whoop, oh, error, uh-oh. Get the back cover off here to show you the micro SD slot. So there's your SIM card slot, and there's your micro SD slot. No, that's your rocker switch. Where's your micro SD slot? Is it under the battery? I hope they didn't do that. Oh, there it is on the bottom. There you go, micro SD slot. No micro SD card in there. Alright then. Like the finish, kind of a nice, kind of soft grip finish here on the back. It's kind of a dark gray. It may actually be a brown, although it looks kind of that copper color that T-Mobile likes to do. Looks really nice though. I prefer the finish on here to the glossy back on the Sprint Snap. I think less fingerprints and smudges will show up on the T-Mobile version. Stereo Bluetooth speakerphone. Built-in support for your email and instant messaging. It's a QVGA display, 320 by 240, 65,000 colors, because that's all Windows Mobile will do. Quad band GSM Edge World phone, and then you've also got the T-Mobile AWS flavor of 3G. So you've got your dual band UMTS HSDPA for your high-speed 3G access if you're in an area where T-Mobile supports it. And actually they're calling this glossy black. So I guess it's glossy black on the front, but the back, that kind of matted feel, which I personally like so much. And so you can do your My Faves and your Windows Mobile interface, and you've got your Web to Go here. This is not a review, just an unboxing, but we're real quick. We'll launch up the Web to Go interface and see what that looks like, because sometimes T-Mobile changes it up. But it's nice and thin, nice form factor. We'll try the QWERTY out real quick. Let's try out the keyboard real quick. Oops. Well, the fact that I can't type, notwithstanding, so far it does feel a little bit better than the Snap, just because the buttons are larger. They're larger, certainly larger from up and down. They're taller, and they look like they might be a little bit wider also. And then just the shape of them, that rounded shape, the kind of rounded rectangle shape, gives you a little more clearance between the keys. So I just kind of get the feeling this will be a little bit easier to use. A little bit of a kind of plasticky chiclet action on first glance here. Not first glance, first type. But yeah, pretty good. I think this keyboard, I could definitely get used to this one a little more easily than the Sprint Snap. Anyway, there you go. It's a first look unboxing. The 3G-3D. See, there it is right there up in the corner, 3G. See it? The T-Mobile 3G, July 8th. They're anticipating July 8th release. $169.99 with a 2-year contract and a qualifying data plan. Much, much more on this phone and the other version of this phone and that third version of this phone when it comes out over on phonedog.com. Till next time, I'm Noah. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to the folks at T-Mobile and HTC for hooking us up with the loaner of this device before it comes out so we can get it to you, so you can get a look at it and think, you know, is this worth checking out or not? Don't buy a phone just because you saw it on the film here. Go check it out yourself. You know, it's important. You got to really, you're going to use this thing, you got to make sure it's right for you, all right? Until next time, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.